See what we got here. 1.75 inches of rain. Very, very nice. Very nice. Praise the Lord. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day here on Gillum Farms. And it is Sunday, and I have been to church, and I have got to listen to God's Word this morning, and it is a great day. It rained yesterday. Yesterday was the day of the Okie Homesteading Expo. It didn't really rain on us while we were there, but it rained at our house. It rained a little bit. We got 1 3/4 inches. It looked like it came down hard and fast. So what I'm doing right now though is I'm driving out to the cattle farm. I've got to check on a few things out there, and I'm going to see how much rain we got out that way. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, why is this guy obsessed with rain all the time? Well, he's obsessed with rain because I'm from a extremely drought-prone area of the country. And I know everybody, little joggedy place here on the road, I know everybody, it's kind of like talking into a fan, but I know everybody doesn't have to deal with drought. Now, I saw a video by my buddy up in Michigan, and it looks like they're going through a drought. Said 90s about every day. He's already feeding hay, folks. Already feeding hay. So, you know, that's pretty bad whenever you're feeding hay in June, or having to. Apparently that's what the cattle want, is what he posted. Anyway, his channel's Michigan Hay, by the way. But anyway, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to check on the cattle. I've got them in that front field. I'm going to see if, make sure that they haven't been up around that, you know, knocking that front fence down any. I don't think they have. Like I said, they're pretty prone to just, they have boundaries, and they know where they are, and they just stay inside of the boundaries. The main thing on our property is internal fence. You got to have good internal fence to keep the cattle away from each other when you want them away from each other. So anyway, I'm going over there, and I will check back in with you guys as soon as I pull in the gate there. Alright folks, I have made it over here to the cattle farm. I know I'm going to be really disappointed with the rain that we have gotten over here, because the dirt road was just dust the whole way. So, and I'm sure we probably didn't even get anything that's measurable. But anyway, here are the cattle. And of course we've got to go through the counting of the cattle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You know, this is the way it always is whenever I count the cattle. I always say 15. Oh, there he is, 16. Those two calves are standing there together behind that cow. Alright, got all 16 of them. So, they still look like they're doing good here. I think I'm going to go out and take a kind of a walkabout, see how the grass is in the other paddocks. So, let's do that. Well, my suspicions were correct on the amount of rain that we got. If you can see that, you can see how little we got down in there. There's almost no measurable precipitation in that. So, yep, not good. So, the Durana clover, I never planted any Durana clover in this field at all, ever. And it has come in here because I guess the cattle actually have brought it in here from the other pasture. And they have spread it you know, by eating it last year, and then they came over here, and this was kind of where I wintered everything, and so they have started the Durana in here. And Durana is it's a little hardier clover. This is what's really bad right here. This is the only water source in the second paddock, which I am in right now, and the only water source that is over here is this, and it's pretty stagnant, and it's way down. So we really need a rain over in this area, and that 1 3/4 inches that we got at the other place would have been great for this area right here. So yeah, we're dealing with a little bit of dry conditions here. There's not a lot of forage in this paddock at all. There's some, you can see right here, there's some Johnson grass trying to come up right there. Mostly there's just weeds. There's Durana clover. You can see Durana clover in different areas all around in here, especially like, but you can see it over here and all around. And Durana is one of our, you know, it's a better forage, and I'm happy to have that in here. And it seems like since the cattle have come, it's just made it even better. So you know, whenever you're in dry conditions, whenever a cow will urinate, it can kill your grass. I'll give you an example. A cow urinated right here, and it ran right down there, and it killed this whole section of grass. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And here's another one of my Bane. The old thistle. Oh. So get that out of here. And all that thistle over there that I sprayed, it has really died down. Except for one that I see right behind the pond bank that I should have gotten. So let's see if I can knock that down manually. Okay, I got that one out. Yep, big old plant, big old taproot. And these things right here, all of them that you see this purple on, they can actually put on more growth while they're down, because it'll come up that stem and it'll go ahead and make these viable. So what you can do, you can pinch them all off so that it doesn't have the stem that can actually make it bloom on out. This one here is real close to blooming. It's not gotten to that stage where it's got the thistle. This one is starting to. You can see, let me get it off here. All right, on this one right here, you can see this right here. That's what blows all around and creates what we got going on here. So what you're trying to do is keep that from going anywhere. And like I said, most of this stuff we've caught in time. So those won't have enough energy to bloom out. This one won't have enough energy to bloom out. But I'm going to take these with me anyway. I'm going to get them out of here. And this is what the ones that I sprayed are looking like. So anyway, this is another spot where cattle urination has caused the grass to die. And it's, you know, it happens. So they actually kill off sections of ground, and that's the same thing right here. they kill off sections of grass urinating. So you think they don't, but if you don't have enough, you think they don't, but if you don't have a lot of rain to kind of dilute that whenever they urinate out here, and they urinate a vast amount whenever they urinate, it will kill the grass wherever they are. So anyway, let me move on around here and check on the third paddock where the big pond is. All right, I'm in the third paddock now, and not very promising on the grass over here. It doesn't take long to go from hero to zero on this if you do not get rain. And I know some will say, oh really? If it doesn't rain it won't grow? Well, yeah, if it doesn't rain it won't grow. And then you got your cattle again, more natural herbicide where they're killing the grass. And it's because, like I said, it's just too concentrated. That urine is just too concentrated. So some urine is good for property, but if it's very concentrated and it doesn't have anything to dilute it, any water or anything, then it is done. It will kill your plants. All right, this is that used to be the little spring. It's not doing anything right now, and the pond is way down. So we are working on roughly about 3 weeks without rain at this point on this property. I know we got a skiff yesterday. It's barely measurable in the actual rain gauge, but it doesn't take long whenever you're up in this type of country for it to, you know, hero to zero, like I said. And we're getting towards zero. So as you can see, the pond is way down from where it should be. Grass situation is not great. There's some in here. They could probably forage in here for, if they had to, for up to a week probably, but I'm going to leave them in the field they're in for a few more days, and hopefully this will start recovering some. That second paddock is useless right now until we get some water. So I've got 2 paddocks left. I wanted to show before I left from up here. I am in the first field where the cattle are right now, and the hay ring right here is actually acting as an exclusionary cage, or a to keep them from, you know, they haven't eaten what's in the cage. So this shows what the grass would be like without them. Now they've eaten around the edge of it, but you can see, if I can get in here, these tall clovers and things that are in this cage. So this shows how much they've eaten down around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this so they can get in here and get what's right there. That'd be a, you know, a snack for one of them for, you know, a few minutes. But I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to move it over to this area where the hay was, where there's really nothing growing. Maybe something will grow up in it now. I'd set it on its end, except for the fact that the cattle will roll it all around. So now they can get to all of this grass right here. And like I said, there's some really good clover in there. You can see this really tall clover, and they will spread that around because that's all seeded out right there. So wherever they go, they will end up spreading that clover. And that is one of the benefits of having cattle, is good or bad, they'll spread it. Luckily, this is good right now. I was out here working on some of the garden infrastructure, and all of a sudden I got a little hungry, and I decided to have one of those Yule Gibbons or Givens moments. If you guys, you're going to show your age if you know who I'm talking about. Guy used to be on TV a long time ago who basically showed you all the things that you could eat in the woods. Well, I'm going to show you something I'm going to eat right here because I like them, and I'm a little hungry. So what I have right here, these are low bush blueberries. You can see a lot of blueberries in here. So you can pick these right here. And there's a whole bunch of them in here. There's just a lot. And it takes a lot, you know, if you're a big old dude like me, it takes a lot. So anyway, I've got a few of them here in my hand. And these, get this right here. And these are some of the best blueberries you'll ever eat. As far as, I've never had a store-bought blueberry I like better. So, yep. Low bush, wild blueberries. Can't be beat. And they just grow wild. We have a lot of them on our property. Our property is a lot of pine trees, things like that. A lot of blueberries. You can see, like, all back through here is blueberries. There's just rows and rows of blueberries. Hopefully I don't get snake bit in here, but yep, blueberries. They are just amazing to eat. Very, very good. Anyway, that was my Yule Gibbons moment. I got to get back to work.